Anybody know what a goal is?
You better raise your hand.
All right.
We did it.
Raise your hand if you know what a goal is. All right. Put them down. For those that didn't raise your hand, we're going to keep it simple. A goal is a target. What is a target? Anybody? What's a target? What's a target? It's something you shoot towards, right? It's something that you're striving for, right? It's something that you're working towards. A goal is a target. What's up, man? What's up, Truth? That's, man, you ready. A goal is a target. It's something that you're working towards. But what we're going to think about is there are three things you have to do to reach a goal. You have to first identify your goal, right? Identify your goal. You have to set it. So one is I have to set a goal. Number two, we have to think about steps to get to a goal. So one is set the goal. Two is the steps to a goal. And three is simple. You just have to start. Okay? So I have a goal of wanting to juggle 3 balls. That's my goal. I want to juggle 3 balls. But remember, I'm setting my goal. I'm setting my goal. That's the end point. I'm setting my goal. But what are the steps to get to a point in which I can juggle 3 balls? What are the steps to get there? What's the step? Give me one step to juggling 3 balls. Just tell me. Don't say that.
You gotta juggle 1, then 2,
Then,
then 3.
you know what? Great job. So, if I have the goal, hey, listen, y'all, pay attention. If I have the goal or the target, I'm setting that goal of juggling 3 balls, I have to set the steps by going first with 1 ball, then 2 balls, and then 3 balls, okay? So, if I'm going to first learn how to go to 3 balls, I got to get comfortable with 1 ball, right? You got to get comfortable with 1 ball. 1 ball has to get comfortable, okay? And then after you get done with 1 ball, and the thing that's interesting about 1 ball, that's the beginning. That's the 3rd step of the process. That's starting. My goal, I'm setting my goal at 3 balls. The steps are I have to go 1, 2, and 3. To start, I just start with 1. You got it? So look, so I start with 1. And once I get comfortable with 1, then you start playing with 2. You start playing with 2. You get comfortable juggling 2 balls. Once you get comfortable with 2, then maybe you start trying to do, But look, hey, that was on, hold on, check this out. We talked about courage, right? So when you're going through the steps to reach your goal, you have to have the courage to not worry about messing up. You got it? So I'm trying with 2 balls, and I might not get it's sloppy. But I have the courage. I'm a little scared. It might be a little unpopular, but I have the courage to keep going. And eventually I'm going to get it. You got it? But look, again, you set your goal, you work on the steps. While you're going through the steps, you have to have courage to not worry about messing up. But guess what? You keep working at it, and eventually you start to get to 3 balls. But I have to have courage and not worry about y'all laughing at me if I mess up, right? So it might. Hold on. I have to. Look, it's okay. I have to have courage to keep trying to work on the steps to get to my goal. If I keep doing that, eventually I get to a point where I can juggle. But guess what? Even when you get to your goal, you still I talked to some of you all yesterday. Somebody said they wanted to be a YouTuber. Was that Richard?
Ricky.
That was you? Okay. Yeah. So, the thing, and I also met a couple that wanted to be a doctor, right? Who wanted to be a doctor that I spoke to? Okay. Put your hands down. That is your goal. You set your goal at being a doctor. You set your goal at being a YouTuber or content creator. That's your goal. Now it's about what are the steps to get there. Hey, hold on. Let's listen. What are the steps to getting there? You have to think about those. Yeah, you have to think about those steps. But guess what? Everything starts right now. It all starts right now. So if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a hairdresser, remember we talked about that? A hairdresser. Well, I heard a cosmetologist yesterday. I heard all kinds of stuff. That's your goal. Now it's about thinking about the steps to become a nurse. I remember these things. To become whatever you want to be, think about the steps, but they all start right now. So when you're doing your schoolwork, when you're learning, when you're listening to your teachers, when you're listening to your parents, when you're listening to your coaches, that's the start. You start there, work through the steps, and then you get to your goal. And a goal is just a target. That's what you're shooting towards. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
You got it? Does that make sense? Now, I want to challenge all of you all too, okay? There are adults in the room that are your teachers. Just because we're adults, we still have goals as well. I want to challenge you, I'm sorry, teachers, but I want to challenge you to ask your teachers what are their goals for their life. And then ask them what are the steps they're taking to reach their